And now Ibrahimovic is back into our lives. He's back in with a role with Milan, most notably RedBird. So, Richard, tell us about it.
Yeah, we heard the rumors of Ibrahimovic possibly joining Milan at what capacity? Maybe like a supervisory role or I don't know what you want to call it, but from the article it says he is an advisor to Serie A clubs management owners. RedBird Capital confirmed on Monday. In a statement, the American investment firm RedBird said that the former Sweden striker, who won a host of trophies as player in Italy, will serve as a senior advisor to AC Milan ownership and senior management. He will be operating partner for RedBird's sport and media and entertainment investment portfolio. Will include player development and high performance training, advancing AC Milan's global brand and commercial interests, and supporting special projects of strategic importance. Okay, let's just get this straight. He's there to help motivate the players, provide some intel and information for RedBird in terms of players and what they should be looking for. Um, Obviously, the rumor mill went a buzz once this was confirmed because people are already thinking RedBird is going to go after. You mentioned this earlier. They're going to go after Pioli if they lose to Newcastle, and it's going to be Abate and Ibrahimovic coming in to clean up shop. I don't know how true that'll be, but I think in the grand scheme of things, and I'm curious your thoughts, that the Ibrahimovic move is a good one. I think they're lacking an identity in the locker room. Yeah, you got guys like a Giroud and a Kiar, but for the most part, it's a room that's a muck. At least you hear from afar, and having a guy like Ibrahimovic in and around will help calm the waters, get the young players in the right direction. It obviously did wonders for Leao in his career when he had Ibrahimovic in the locker room there. So um, I think it's a good move for Milan overall. How Pioli feels on this, I assume he would be comfortable with it because he's had Ibrahimovic, he knows him very well. But maybe he is threatened by his presence in and around the team. What are your thoughts on this?
It can't hurt. I mean, I guess that's basically the best way I can put it. Um, and I guess my other thoughts are, you know, it's one of those for me that I personally need to see how this works out. Okay. It's not one of those. Okay, on the one end, it's great to see him back in the club and back at Milan in some capacity. Great, but I need to understand. I need to see it in action.
Yeah.
It's one of those where you just need to see it in action before you can really make a conclusion about whether or not this was a good idea or not a good idea.
Yep.
It can't hurt is basically the best way I can describe it.
Yep. Unless there's some ulterior motive that we don't know about to get Pioli out, but I won't believe it until I see it. So.
Yep. So I'm not gonna, I'd love to sit here and say that this is going to be amazing, and he's some of the chat. He could, his name will attract top players and all that other stuff. I hope that happens, but really, really just need to see this whole thing unfold,
Yep.
and really need to see, you know, the whole plan in action here. It's not one of those where you can just sit there and make one conclusion or another. So,
Yep.
because we've seen legends come to clubs and it failed miserably. We've seen legends come to clubs and they cultivate things and it's a resounding success. So it's one of those where it's let's see some sample here first before we make a judgment on whether or not this is a good or a bad thing.
I
So
agree.
should be a good thing. Should be a good thing.
Should be.
Dominic thinks it's just throwing shit on the wall to see what sticks. Which,
Yeah.
I mean, if you're on
Could
the
be.
outside, if you're not a Milan supporter, that's a fair thing to say.
Yeah.
So we'll see. That's all I can say. So, but excited to see him back with Milan in some capacity at least.
Yep.
So,
100%.
it can't hurt. Come back to that.